The last time Claude Cawood pulled a lanyard on a howitzer, World War II was still raging. The year was 1944. He was fighting in the Philippines against the Japanese Imperial Army. Claude Cawood enlisted straight out of high school in 1939. There were no jobs, but for Claude, it was more than that. He believed there was no higher honor than serving his country. For 3 years, he supervised a crew of 8 men operating the M105 howitzer in the Pacific Theater. They faced Japanese bombers, strafing runs, and weeks without resupply on remote island outposts. Every shell mattered. Ammunition wasn't wasted. Couldn't be wasted. 74 years passed. Claude built a life, raised a family, watched the world transform around him. But in 2018, at age 97, he received an extraordinary invitation. Cut to Camp Grayling, Michigan. Exercise Northern Strike Camp Grayling, Michigan. Exercise Northern Strike 2018. Active duty soldiers from the Rhode Island Army National Guard's Battery A, 1st Battalion, 103rd Field Artillery, were training with the modern M777 howitzer, a beast of technology that would have seemed like science fiction to Claude back in the 40s. Show Claude meeting the soldiers, Staff Sergeant Jacob Berard and his crew invited Claude to their training exercise. They wanted him to see how artillery had evolved. Talking to him was like talking to one of my own soldiers, Berard said. The old howitzers Claude fired had a range of about 7 miles. This M777? Over 15 miles, GPS guided. Digital fire control. Made of titanium and weighing 9,800 pounds compared to the 4,980-pound M105, but the mission, the brotherhood, that stayed the same. Build tension as Claude Howitzer approaches the howitzer. The soldiers didn't just want Claude to watch. They wanted him to fire it. Show Claude being briefed by the crew at 97 years old. Claude Cawood was going back to work. Back to the gun line. Back to being an artilleryman. Show close-up of Claude's hands on the lanyard. His focused expression. He gripped the lanyard. The muscle memory was still there. Decades melted away. Boom! The howitzer fires. Show Claude's genuine reaction. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, I love it. Show him firing multiple rounds, grinning ear to ear. The young soldiers cheered. Some were moved to tears. They were watching history come alive. A living connection to the men who fought in the greatest conflict the world had ever seen. Claude fired several rounds that day. Each one brought the same joy, the same pride. Emotional footage of soldiers gathering around Claude, shaking his hand, taking photos, skills forged in the fires of World War II, never forgotten. A warrior's spirit doesn't fade with age. This is Claude Cawood, 97 years old, still an artilleryman, still an American hero, fade to black with text, dedicated to all who served.